What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'd say today's a pretty good landmark for the builds in the shop. We got a couple packages I wanted to open for you guys. FedEx just rolled away, and I'm ready to get my car build going fully. So let me set you up on the tripod, and we'll unbox some stuff for you. As you can see here, we have some out front boxes. Finally got my heads. So already took a little peek in here. Here's my old crusty valve cover from those heads that I had to buy. What we had them do with these were, we went to a shimless bucket. So 02, 03, I think was the year that they had the shimmed buckets for like your cam lash. So we upgraded to shimless buckets, and then he did a full valve train system. So I haven't taken a look yet, but let's see. Brand new valves all the way around. Looks like they did a slight valve job. And then obviously we had them chamber matched. So coming from a 2.0 to a 2.5 liter, we had to chamber match for that purpose of being able to mount 2 liter heads to a 2.5 block. So when they do that, they go in and they do their CNC and their decking process to get all of that to work together seamlessly. Wow. Very clean. Good job. I'm excited. Sorry, I haven't looked at what they've done, but everything is very clean. They did a great job. So that's the first head. I believe this should be the passenger front. No, I'm gonna say driver front. I'm sure there's marking, but so yeah, that's what the first head looks like. All right, guys, so we got the heads up here. They're chilling on the workbench. We have my block right here. We got head gaskets, head studs, oil pump, timing system. This Asian kit was what I was told would be the best for what I'll be doing. These head studs are 625s, and then we have a multi-layer JE Pro seal head gasket. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the head studs slapped in here, get them, just snug tight. ARP recommends that you hand tighten them, and then what I like to do is just make sure that they're bottomed out so that if you were to take the head back off, it doesn't pull the entire stud. It will leave the stud in there and then just take the nuts off. We're going to be putting the nuts on. Got all the hardware right here. ARP recommends using their fastener assembly lubricant to lubricate both sides of the washer, as well as the bottom side of the nuts. What are you marking?
4. Your bolt numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, yeah,
5,
yeah.
6. Just make it easier for you. And 30, 60, 90 is your torque specs.
Yeah,
Freaking simple.
pretty simple. So we're gonna lube these guys up nice and thoroughly. It's probably easier to just put a nice dab on and kind of use your fingers to kind of get the lubrication all the way around on them. Doesn't take as much as I just did, but more lubrication's better than less. So we'll throw that guy down there. And then we'll put lube on the bottom of this guy. A little bit on the inner thread points, like that. On that 14, can you grab one of my extensions just so that we can twist them down? Yeah. That. The old snap-on, so we'll go to 30 to start. I'm gonna put just a 3-inch on this because you can lose a little bit of torque between a bigger extension, and it gives you kind of a better grip when you're torquing. So this goes the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'll do the center 2, and then it goes in a cross pattern like that. So we'll start with the 30. We got 30 there. Got 30 there. That's 2. Let's go to 3. There, 4 down here. Four, 5. And what I'm doing here with my thumb is just keeping it from kind of wobbling so that I wouldn't be able to pull off of it. Perfect. All right, we're 30 all the way around, like that. Now we're gonna step it up to 60. I believe this is called compounding torque. All right, 60. So So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That won't change as per ARP's website. That gets tight.
Was it tight?
Oh, it's tight.
Nice.
And it's very disconcerting when the threads kind of drop on you and get tighter. Oh, I might have to have you hold the stand.
All right.
That's 2. Yeah, you want to keep this from moving. Put your foot on there. Perfect. All right, we did 2. Holy crap.
Put it sideways.
My buckets will fall out.
Oh, no, not flat sideways. Turn it just a little bit so you can angle down instead of
It
across.
won't let me put the bolt in it that way.
Yeah, that's what Trav was doing on that other one. He angled it. Nice.
That was 4. God, that's so scary when it does that.
What?
The threads drop and it pops. But it's normal. When we were doing those 1/2-inch head studs on that built motor at Trav's, it was like a full 25 degrees. It would pop down and you would have no torque. Six. All right. 90. 30, 60, 90.
30, 60, 90.
All right. Foot-pounds. All right. It's tight, dude.
How much you weigh? Like a $160?
Yeah.
$150, dude? Or
Yeah.
I have to stand on the damn thing. You're just rolling the whole stand.
It might help.
Rotate?
Yeah.
Well, up the camera, that's all. I'm trying not
okay.
to block the camera.
Yeah. Oh. 3. Make sure it's all the way on. 4.
What's that, Robbie?
Dude, I'm sweating, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I gotta keep these head gaskets from blowing. Since that's what Subarus do, apparently. Oh, that one was perfect. 5 and
6.
last one. All right. So that's one side. After you do that, before you make any really stupid mistakes, make sure you always put your cams back in. If you don't do that, you risk dropping your buckets, and your buckets have little shims in them, and each one is different, or it can be different. So it's always a good practice. Just make sure you toss your cams back in. You don't want to have any problems there. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And once we're done with that, we'll show you the long block. All right. So what I like to do before I put the head studs on and before I put the head gasket on is just take a little bit of brake clean, spray it with a rag to get this side prepped, and then just make sure all your mating surfaces are super clean. Well, not super clean, but you don't want any like lubricant or anything crazy like that, you know, on your mating surfaces. You want the cleanest surface to get compressed down and together. So just giving it a nice wipe off before you take it any further is always a good idea. The other thing that's a good idea too is just kind of wipe out any dust or debris that's landed on the cylinder wall. The reason why I kept it in a trash bag when it was on the side of my garage was to prevent that, but dust and everything was still able to get up in there. So as long as you do that, make sure that there's not any scoring that's too bad inside the cylinder. Everything looks good. Woman did a great job. This has great cross hatching, so it's good. I'm gonna start with my head studs. They're kind of a pain in the ass to pull out of the little sleeve, so I give them a little push like that. And then what I do is I use one stud to push the other studs out, just so that they're ready to go when you need them. All right, so. So what I like to do when it comes to, so now basically I have them all snug by hand like that. And what I like to do is kind of check out, you know, which ones are higher, which ones are lower. Obviously, like we got one right here that's quite a bit higher. Same with that back one. So I get an Allen and I stick it in there, and I just make sure that it's nice and snug. So yep, see, like that one I couldn't twist by hand. When I stuck an Allen on it, I'm able to go quite a bit further down. Just a couple more threads. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but I just like to make sure that they're actually, you know, all the way down where they need to be. The threads are feeling a little bit tight and snug, but you definitely feel when the head studs bottom out to the bottom. And I just like to give them a little snug, tight, so that they're good and ready to go. Check them all again, make sure they're all bottomed out. And then after that, you can throw the head gasket on, which we'll do next. All the head studs are nice and snug, and when you look down, they're all nice and even. So we got our JE Pro Seal right here. What?
I forgot I had a stock grill.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
I like that one better.
Yeah, I think so. Me too. The Subaru Elite grill.
Austin's back here putting his bumper on, so that's something I'll be able to show you in this video as well,
We're attempting it.
whether or not he keeps it on or not. So
It's a pretty haggard bumper.
again, just make sure your mating surface is nice and clean, nothing, sticking up, no gouges, anything like that. And these gaskets are really nice. They're 4-layer steel gaskets with like a nice rubberized coating on them. So I'm excited to be able to try these out. This was an option that Woolman gave to me to send out with the block. It's what they recommend. The nice thing about multi-steel, or like the multi-layer, is if there has been, a lot of decking process that has happened with the engine, that multi-layer can kind of make up for that a little bit. So we have this guy on, dowels are lined up. I'm gonna get my head prepped. I gotta take the cams out, and then we'll be sliding that on. So. How was work?
It was fine.
Cookies. Look, I have a motor.
Yay, it's so exciting.
It's coming together.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah. For the most part. I'll be happy when it's running and driving.
It looks good, kid.
Perfect. 90 foot-pounds, she's all torqued down. I'm gonna drop the cams back in so that those guys are
Come on, get the hell out of the way.
all good. So it's always a good thing. Make sure you have lubrication, obviously, but the other thing too is just once you get it set in there, roll it back and forth. Make sure it's all ready to go. Grab your cam caps, stick those in like that. These are gonna have to come back out, but for right now, they're gonna stay. so that you can turn the motor around, upside down, everything like that, and not drop your bucket. You don't want to leave your buckets on the ground. I've never done it, but every engine builder that I've talked to, it's the first thing they said, accidents happen, and that's one accident that you don't want to happen. So, right here, completed long block. It's pretty, huh?
Well, it has no valve covers, but yeah.
Well, the valve covers will be even better once they're powder coated. So.
Beauty.
But yeah, that is gonna probably conclude what I have to do today. I can't. So the best practice is do your torque, and then the person that actually kind of taught me most of this likes to give it 24 hours, let the thread stretch in the head bolts, and then go back in the next day when you're gonna do your timing kit and actually retorque that 90, just to make sure that they're good and snug. Everything's kind of had its chance to really tighten up, and after that you can do the timing kit and make it all really pretty. Look, it's got a front bumper. You got your Hot Boy, Emo Boy bumper bands.
Yeah.
I bought those in 2017. Had them ever since. Never put them on a car because they are god awful, but keeps this bumper from falling off. So.
Temporary.
All right, I got to finish this out. So I'm going to show you guys what we accomplished today. Super easy day. Right now I'm kind of just going through figuring out the rest of the stuff that I need, like gaskets and such, but this is what we were able to accomplish for today. Got some stuff protecting, you know, just openings in the you can come out here. Just all the openings so that nothing falls in there. Got to keep your motor nice and clean. The valve covers don't have gaskets, but I set the valve covers on just to protect it from dust and debris going in the motor. When I bought my timing kit, they sent me cam seals, but only 2 of them will work. If you notice, these ones are thinner than these 2. These 2 will work, but I need to source the other side for these seals. They sent me the right water pump, or the oil pump one, but that's how she looks for today. Super easy process. I got to take the cams back out and retorque everything tomorrow so that that's ready for when we can actually put the timing covers and everything, timing in the front of the engine on. Very excited to get this thing running. Lots of money to be spent to be able to get it running, but today was a big milestone for, you know, having heads back finally and getting this long block put together. So I appreciate all of you sticking around to the end. If you enjoyed, give me a like and a subscribe if you can. And I'll see you guys next time.